Thank you, Chinobay. That sounds absolutely beautiful. And thank you for a gorgeous introduction to the room today. It's always nice to have sort of that like centering and grounding as we're all getting in here and getting ready to spend time together. So hi everybody, welcome, welcome. I'm Jaden, I'm hosting today, and it is day 948. Thank you, Carolyn and Snowy Boise. So let's just get started. Let's say hi to everybody watching on Facebook Live. Big wave, hi everybody. Thanks for tuning in. And then hello to everybody in the room, starting with the wonderful Joe Brassi. Hey, thanks for being here and doing all the things. Hello to Chinobay. We're so glad to have you back in the room. And hello to Kevin in DC. Hi, Mr. James Harkless. So glad you're here today. Hi, Deborah, coming in from Kentucky. Pauline in Newcastle in the UK. Hi. And hello, Sarah in Texas. Good to see you. Hi, Jenny in Suffolk, UK. Susan in Seattle. Hi, Trish. Good to see you. Arlene in Berkeley. Hello to Amanda and Miles in Michigan. Hello, Deli in Maryland. Hi, Hoda in BC. Good to see you. Gary. Hello, hello. Sheila in Florida. Carolyn in Snowy Boise. I can't believe it's snowing there. It's hard to imagine as somebody who is in very moderate Maryland right now. Hello to Luda in Victoria, that's in Canada. Much love to you too. Storm, good to see you. And Susan G, hello, hello. Hi, Anne in Nashville and Bonnie in Boise. Hi, Bob in New York. Chuck in Detroit, good to see you. Hello to Ruth in Birmingham in the UK. Hi, one curly top, I think that's Willard. Hi, Caroline in DC, good to see you. Hello, Annette and Tim and a friend who are in Philly, yay. Hi, Kathy, good to see you on Arapaho and Cheyenne land. Hello to Nancy with the cow. We always love seeing that cow. Hi, Mabel with the bears in Massachusetts. Busy Graham, who is also in Silver Spring like me, hello. And Ralph and Victoria, Becky, hello. Hi to Jane coming in from Texas, Jamie and Victoria, and Bob, I assume in Massachusetts. Hello to Kat and Christiana in Maryland. And hi, Jim. Welcome, welcome. Bronwyn in Victoria, BC. Dick and Kathy, also in Victoria, BC. Hello. Hello, Shari in New Hampshire. Phil in Totnes in the UK. And Lynn, Carol in Connecticut, and Sandy in North Carolina. So good to be here and see you all today. Oh, after Election Day in the United States yesterday. Yeah, glad we are all here together, ready for another day of wonderful music and community building. So we have somebody returning to us after a long time, a really talented and gorgeous musician. You probably recognize him, and we're so glad that he's coming back after all this time. Please welcome Chinobay. Hi, Chinobay. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great, thank you. It's so happy to be here again after very many months, but you're never out of my mind, and I've been dreaming to make this work, and I think I'm gonna now be able to make it work many more times going forward. So thank you.
We're so excited to hear that, and I think we're all just really delighted to have you back here.
So,
So what song are you bringing today?
yeah, so I put the lyrics. I think you helped me to put them up. The song is called "In Your Eyes." Maybe I don't know if I should talk about it now or play it first and then talk about it. Uh,
You can just play it, and then yeah, we can talk a
okay,
little bit about it
so I'll talk
afterward.
about it. Yeah, that's better because then people will be singing, thinking about what I said, but they can just sing and think about nothing, and then they can know what they sang about. Okay, that's great.
Oh, actually, sorry, if you could just teach us the little bit that we're gonna sing along with you, that would be great. And then
Oh,
we'll go.
thank you. Yes, I think that's beautiful, and it's always nicer. Yeah, music sounds great when you sing, sounds greater when you sing together. And yeah, and music, it's not about perfection, it's about beauty, you know. So I'll show you the lyrics there. You can see the line. So there is a line called Aye, Aye, Aye. And then I'll, I will, I'm going to play along. I do one line, you repeat after me. I do one line, you repeat after me, and then we will get it going. All right. So I'm just healing from a cold, but I'm still gonna sing anyway. Yeah. I, 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 I. That's part. I, 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 I. That's like the, yeah, I don't know. Here they call it interlude, whatever. We, in Africa, we just don't have all those names. We just, yeah, we just like parts. So now I'm going to take, we have 4 lines there. In your eyes, I see hope, I see innocence. In your eyes, I see love, I see wonder. Take my hand and let's move onward. Don't you carry heavy burdens. Let them go, all your worries. So I'll just sing one line and you will repeat it. We'll take it a couple of times and then we'll get into the flow. First line. In your eyes, I see hope, I see innocence. In your eyes, I see hope, I see innocence. One more time. In your eyes, I see hope, I see innocence. Second one. In your eyes, I see love, I see wonder. Again. In your eyes, I see love, I see wonder. Third one changes. Take my hand, let us move onward. Take my hand, let us move onward. Take my hand, let us move onward. Don't you carry heavy burdens. Don't you carry heavy burdens. Don't you carry heavy burdens. The last one. Let them go, all your worries. Let them go, all your worries. So I'll call one line by one and then you repeat after me. In your eyes, I see hope, I see innocence. In your eyes, I see hope, I see innocence. Second one. In your eyes, I see love, I see wonder. In your eyes, I see love, I see wonder. Take my hand, let us move onward. Take my hand, let us move onward. Don't you carry heavy burden. Don't you carry heavy burdens. Let them go, all your worries. Let them go, all your worries. Let them go, all your worries. Aye, aye, aye. 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 So I'm gonna sing a couple of verses in Luganda, which is my mother tongue. The language is called Luganda. It's from Uganda. Uganda is a country in Africa where I am from. Yeah. When I call Aye, everybody comes in and we'll sing all together. And we'll sing every line twice, so we make it beautiful. And Aye will keep going until I call In Your Eyes. So I'll always pre-call whatever line we are going to sing. Yeah, I'm the leader and conductor and everything. I just say it, you just get over. All right. Mu myaka gyange egy'obuto natulanga ne bannange n'ennyumya abantu bembuulira ne babeera leeta 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 aye 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 in your eyes. In your eyes I see hope, I see innocence again. In your eyes I see hope, I see innocence, love. In your eyes I see love, I see wonder. In your eyes I see love, I see wonder. Take my hand, let us move onward. Take my hand, let us move onward. Don't you carry heavy burdens. Don't you carry heavy burden. Don't you carry heavy burdens. Let them go, all your worries. Let them go, all your worries. Let them go, all your worries. Aye. Aye, aye, 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 aye. All right, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. That was absolutely gorgeous, and so soothing and heartwarming, I think. So can you would you tell us a little bit about the song and why you decided to play this one today?
Um, yeah. So this song is on my new album, which was supposed to be released before the pandemic, and now has been moved to being hopefully released in January 1st. That's when I hope to get it released. And the title song is "In Your Eyes." And first is why I chose to write the song, and maybe why I chose to play the song today. So the song is written. So most of my music, I grew up in Uganda playing traditional music, folk music. And then when I was, 13, 14 years, even younger than that, I got involved in, social work. I didn't realize it was called social work, but I just loved people and helping, and I was always concerned what was happening around me. And so I began to write stories, and those stories became songs. And then somehow it shifted my musical path to writing about people and places I've been to. Then I began traveling worldwide, and I started to see things, and I always wanted to keep those things alive and bring, the lives of stories, the lives of people through songs. And so this song was written last year from inspired from some of my work. I work with young people and children, and realizing that there's a lot of kids around the world who have lived in very unfair situations, underprivileged, communities in slums, homelessness, and they don't have a sense of hope and a sense of, their dreams are being shattered in so many ways. And then there are also other kids who are privileged, like my kids, growing up and born here. And I wanted them to know that there's a life, of other children who are not able to have what they have, who are not able to have food, to have shelter, to have parents, to have love, to have and so but then as a musician, I'm singing to this child, and this is the story that I saw in Istanbul. One of the little girls that I saw in Istanbul, that that image stayed with me for a long time in Turkey. And so and I know that she represents, thousands and millions of kids all around the world, in India, in Nepal, in America, in Brazil, in all these neighborhoods. So this song is really to let the young people and kids around the world know that there are people that care. And if we put our hands out and we can lift them, then we can hopefully help them to leap into the future. Yeah, sorry, I'm over explaining stuff, but anyway, you get the
No,
idea.
not
So
at all. That was a really beautiful and I think like important explanation. And it definitely, that sort of sentiment comes through. I mean, I can say at least in the chorus, and there's something very like tender about the lyrics. And I was sort of thinking, like I would love somebody to say that to me. It's really beautiful and just like caring, and I can sort of feel the way that you're like, you know, reaching out or like holding the grief for a child maybe. Yeah.
yeah, thank you very much. And there's one thing that all children all over the world want in common. They want to feel that they have something that the world admires about them.
Mm,
Uh, Everywhere I've been, I've worked with thousands of children. When they realize that I have something that the world thinks is beautiful, is amazing, then they grow up. It's nothing to do with how much material they have, how much money they have. It's just to feel that I have something that is worth it, that the world admires about me. And so my work, when I bring kids onto the stage to perform and they have an audience and the audience tells them how amazing they are and how great they are, it builds the self-esteem, it builds them. So it helps to solve a lot of depression, a lot of anxiety, a lot of sadness, a lot of pain, to feel that sense of empowerment. So
mm.
yes, that's, and today there's young people in America, teenagers, children, who have everything in terms of material, but they're so empty inside, and they need that love as well. And so this song, cuts across the borders everywhere in every context. I hope.
I mean, I certainly would say it does, but yeah, no, that's really, I mean, it's really important. And I think I hear a lot about sort of like the crisis of, I don't know, young people today and how it's like hard being alive in this world and having hope. And sometimes you need somebody to say like, no, I know it's there in you, like the song does. So yeah. Would you mind telling us a little bit about sort of like the work you've done with children? And you were mentioning this new project that you've been working on for cross-cultural engagement with young people.
Yes, thank you very much. And this is beautiful for me to share this in this Zoom sing along session, because The community here has been my favorite community in America. Singing with you and being here. I think I was introduced to this community, I think around 2011, when I met Busy Graham. I was on tour in America more than, 12 years ago, hopefully. And then through her, I got to meet a lot of wonderful community, in Silver Spring that became home for us. Both my girls were born there. And so yeah, and so my work in America, it kind of gave me a ground to bring my passion to life, and that passion is to curate cross-cultural experiences that allow children from different cultural backgrounds to come together and actually interact with each other and learn from each other. So I do what we call global service learning, and so I moved to North Carolina during the pandemic because my tour was cancelled. I wasn't touring, I wasn't working as much in descending schools in North Carolina, and there's a festival known as Leaf Festival in Asheville. Wanted me to come and curate a program for them, and this year they launched a program called Legends of Africa, and the goal for that program was to allow children, of African descent who are living in America, kids who are coming from underserved communities, to feel that Africa has so much to offer in terms of music and art and
Mm.
culture, to curate a program where they can celebrate who they are in so many ways. And so that was the calling I've been working on. And then in Uganda, I designed a beautiful program called Dance of Hope. So in March next year, I have 25 young children. The youngest one is 7 years old, 8. The oldest one is 19, coming to America to travel across the US for 3 months, teaching music in schools, doing workshops, doing residencies, and they will be visiting over, I think, 85 schools across the US, in Connecticut, in Vermont, in Michigan, in West Virginia. And so for me, my dream is to see children from different cultural backgrounds in the same room, in the same space, singing together, dancing together, learning from each other, and allowing them to be themselves. So
Mm.
that's my passion. That's my life. So yeah.
That is so fantastic. And like, what an amazing vision to have. So you're gonna have young children, like, sort of uh, being teachers in a way too, right?
They are teachers. They are teachers. Like, and these are kids who have come from the worst environments. My goal 10 years, 2010, when I founded the program, was to allow children who come from uh, the so-called perceived as poorest communities uh, build role models from within. If you walked into a slum in Uganda and you asked a little girl who is 12 years old that who do you look up to, I wanted them to look within their community and say, I look up to so and so, someone they know, not
Mhm.
somebody on television that they don't even know about. Because most of the celebrity life that most of the young kids look up to, there's a false image on the media, but the reality is different. So my goal was to build role models within communities. So now these kids have to be teachers, they're mentors, they are like amazing, their self-esteem. There's a lot of videos you can see of them online, but yeah, so children are teaching children actually. So for the last many years, I'm mentoring them. I do Zoom calls every single day with them, and they're teachers, they're performing, they're teaching, they are doing everything that I do. I wanted them to be better than
Mm.
me and to, yeah, so that's what they're coming to do in the US. They are doing extended programs like residencies, workshops, classroom visits, music and dance. The girls are playing kalimbas, instruments, drums, everything. It's like, yeah, a vibrant, joyful, yeah, and to make sure that their negative stories is not what is perceived, but then their story of resilience and overcoming everything they have been through. Now they're unstoppable, and for them to feel that they can go all over the world and come home and come back home and be celebrated in their communities.
That is just so amazing. Yeah, big round of applause for that. And I can imagine that must be such an empowering experience for them. And I think like it's the thing, all kids are kind of like not really trusted to, like be knowledgeable about things, but like, a lot of children, I mean, they know a lot about themselves, they know a lot about the culture they've grown up in. And so I think that's just so beautiful to give them a chance to be teachers and people who can share that with like some autonomy, and that's just gorgeous.
Thank you. Yeah, thanks for leading this very well. Exactly. You get it, and that's yeah.
You explained it really well. um, okay, so we're coming up on time here, and I did want to just ask you about uh, the name change and rebrand, since I think most people probably remember you as Chinobay with the K. So if you don't mind just talking about that a little bit.
Yeah, so it's funny, but it's okay. You know, sometimes we take life too seriously, so don't take it any serious. I would say everyone in this room knows my name very well, and they know who I am, and they have the permission to keep calling me that. My name is Chinobe with a K, Kinobe. In my home country, Ki is pronounced as a Chi. So each time I talk to people, I had to tell them, how I'm called and how my name is pronounced. But very often, when you tour so much, you don't get to speak to everybody. And so each time I was announced on stages all over the world, my name was not pronounced correctly because I've not had the opportunity to deeply engage with every community like I have with you all, because this is different. I can't be everywhere. You choose where you're gonna be, and then you're there. So this community was that place that is like family to me. And so my name is pronounced as Chinobe. So what I did was to take the phonetic pronunciation of my name and rebrand it as my stage name, Chnobay, Chinobe. And my website is chinobe.com. The way it looks is the way it sounds. Like that now, everybody else around the world will never have a problem. And but I'm still the same person. But my old website still redirects to the new one, and I have a lot of music, that has been released. So Chinobe is really a stage name, the CHI, and Chinobe with a K is my real name. So you can address me as that way anytime. Yeah. So that is and then there was a conflict online because there's another British band with the same name, and a lot of times people were buying music of the other group thinking it was my music, and I always had to tell them, no, you got the wrong album. And it's an electronic British band with the name Kinobe. I don't know how they pronounce it. So there was a identity branding conflict, and I knew if I don't settle this now, in the next many years it will be harder to do.
Mm.
So I sat down with my friends and working on the new album. We kind of thought up the best way to do it, and when I saw that chinobe.com was actually available, then I decided to get that brand, and now going forward I am trying to work on that transition, but I am the same person.
Same Shinobi, just with some different letters.
Yeah.
Um, Thank you for graciously explaining that to us. Oh, Joe just dropped an article about mispronouncing names. I mean, I think like we can talk about it. Like it can be kind of funny, but also genuinely, this is like an experience that a lot of people, particularly people of color, have in the United States of having their names mispronounced, right? And like not taking the effort to learn how to pronounce them correctly. So um, I definitely appreciate like the sort of levity you have about it. But no, people should take the time to learn your name, because we do it with all like a lot of European names, right? Like we kind of take the time to learn how to pronounce those correctly, but with names from other cultures, it doesn't always happen, and it's yeah, there needs to be more effort there, for sure.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, I saw someone here saying, I was with the Getting Higher Choir in Victoria, 2011. This is many years
Mhm.
ago. It's beautiful to come here and connect with people I've connected with, like, 12 years, more than that. And yes, I build my own instruments. So the kora that I played is 21 strings. I build all the instruments I play. So yeah, it's all handmade. And I was looking if there's anything else I have to address here, but I think everything else is pretty much very clear. And then if you go on my website, there's a page with education. There's information about the instruments. Like, I try to put as much as possible there. And if you want to know more about the tour, the upcoming tour, wherever you are, we are going across the US. We hope to see you. You can go on danceofhope.com and go on the tour. And you can see the dates there. And we'll see you on the road, hopefully. So I'll be touring with the children, performing with 25 children from Uganda for 3 months across the US, March to May.
That is fantastic. And I think I'm sure a lot of us are going to try to make it and see. And will you just really quick give us a little bit of view of the instrument that you have made with your own two hands? That's amazing. Also, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so the instrument is this 21 strings, double strings made with a fishing line. You have 10 strings here. You have 11 strings on this side, and then this is a gourd. It's like pumpkin. Takes about 5 to 8 months to grow to this size, and then it's covered actually with cowhide on top here. This is just a cloth, yeah, cowhide. So, and then it has this kind of sound hole here. So cowhide, beautiful, gourd grown up in the garden, and strings put up that way, and you can see that it has the double strings. Like it's like a kind of African harp that sounds almost between a Spanish guitar and a harp. Yeah.
Mm. I mean, it's really gorgeous. Thank you for showing that. And I'm so impressed.
Yeah, someone is asking if I grew the gourd. Yes, we have. My grandmother has like thousands of gourds. We have like a big garden. So anyone builds instruments, you contact me. I'll send you a lot of gourds. Yeah.
Oh my God, that's amazing. Okay, can we hear a little bit, maybe your like 30-second pitch about your new album, and then we'll do the song again.
Yeah, my new album is a meeting point of global cultures. That's what I can explain. I've been to 76 countries around the world. And so this album brings the influences of every place I've been to and the music, because I don't believe much into genres of music like funk, jazz. No, there are only two kinds of music, good and bad. So I hope I make the good one. And so for me, I take global influences rooted into, of course, my culture. So the new album is like a journey around the world. You travel, it's like every song you're flying into a different continent. And I've taken so much time. So it's featuring about 20 other musicians from different countries. Marcelo Orlowski, who plays with Snarky Papi from, Argentina. And you have, Papi Lulu from Nigeria. And then you have a lot of other musicians, but it's a meeting point of global cultures. Really, that's what it is.
Amazing. Sounds so reflective of the amazing career you've had, and genre is kind of fake. So I'm glad that we're acknowledging that. And I think we can all agree that you make the good kind of music, and we'd love to hear some of that good music right now.
All right, so gonna sing. Thank you again for having me. I'll be here again with my daughters, I'm very sure, soon. When I tell them that I was here, they're gonna feel very sad, but they're in school, and I really wanted to make this happen today. So you see them again, and now they sing, they dance, they will lead the next one, I believe. Njagala nkusitule nkuwanirire kulinga baalo nnuma mu bwala nanubumba tannalaaliraalira mbwemba aye 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 Aye, 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 in your eyes. In your eyes, I see hope, I see innocence. In your eyes, I see hope, I see innocence, love. In your eyes, I see love, I see wonder. In your eyes, I see love, I see wonder. Take my hand, let us move onward. So take my hand, let us move onward. Don't you carry heavy burdens, don't you carry heavy burden. Don't you carry heavy burdens. Let them go, your worries. Let them go, all your worries. Let them go, all your worries. Aye, 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 aye. Aye, 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 Right, thank you so much.
Thank you. It was so lovely having you here today, and I think we all were wishing we could have a little bit more time together, especially since you've been back after some time away. So thanks for making time for us. It was really wonderful.
Thank you so much for inviting me. Yeah, I feel very honored and very thankful to have all of you as friends and family, and for your love to me and my family. And I look forward to singing with you many, many, many more times.
Thank you so much. And
Thank
yeah,
you.
can't wait until you're back here again. Everybody, make sure to check out the album, check out the tour. It sounds like it's going to be really awesome. And with that, it's time to say goodbye. Everybody, help me in saying goodbye to Facebook. Thanks, everybody who's watching on Facebook for tuning in today. And bye, folks in the Zoom room. Bye, Kevin in DC. Bye, Mr. James Harkless. So glad you're here today. Bye, Deborah and Pauline and William. Glad you're both here today. Bye, Sarah in Texas. Susan in Seattle. Bye, Arlene. Good to see you. Amanda and Miles, who is maybe nearby. We don't know. I don't know. Okay. Good to see you. Oh, gotcha. He's right over there. Bye, Hoda. So glad to see you today. Bye, Sheila and Carolyn. Susan G, good to see you. Goodbye, Anne in Nashville. Bonnie, good to see you. Bob and Chuck and Ruth, good to see you all today. Bye, Caroline and Annette. Bye, Kathy and Nancy. Bob and Mabel in one screen now with the bears. Glad you're here today. Bye, Jamie and Caroline. Good to see you today. Oh, wait, I already got Caroline. Sorry, it's the thing, the jumping. Bye, Jim. Bye, Deli. Good to see you, Cricket and Storm. Curly Tops, who I'm sure are around. Oh, bye. Bye, Trish and Christiana and Bob. Bye, Phil and Shizuka. Good to see you. Bye, Jane and Busy and Joe. Holding it down, making everything work. And Gary, good to see you. Bye, Harriet and Jane. Goodbye, Ralph, Dick and Kathy. Bye to Shari and Lynn and Linda Rose. Um, Thank you all for being here today. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Quick reminder that Carpe Diem is having a virtual house concert tomorrow. There's some information about it in the chat. It's going to be with Miles Spicer. He's a acoustic blues guitarist, a singer, and a raconteur, which I may have pronounced correctly or not. So check that out. It's going to be really amazing. And we'll see you back here tomorrow, everybody.